Well, hello, my internet friends. I am going to go harvest my honey for the year. All right, so let me explain this operation here. How's this working, okay? Well, we have a number of hives here. 5 hives, is that right? They're all broken up.
Yes. One, I've got to check on the queen on that one.
Yeah. So we got 5 different hives, and you can see they have different numbers of boxes on them, okay? The key thing to look at is there's this other thing in between, right? See this one right here? This is called a queen extruder, and I'll show you what that is in a second. What happens is the queen stays below. The queen is bigger, like longer and a little fatter than all the other ones. So she stays down below. She can't get through the queen extruder, but all the other worker bees can, okay? So the queen lays eggs, but only down below, and there are no eggs laid in any up here, okay? There's no brood up here. This is all honey, okay? And the bees are obsessed with making honey. They just keep making honey, and then as this one fills up, you put another box on top and another box on top, and then that's the part that the beekeeper takes to get all of his honey out. You see? You see? So you can see like this one, for example. This one has the queen on the bottom one, and there's 2 supers up there, which are hopefully full of honey. It hasn't really been the best summer here. Today's a really nice warm day. Probably about 72, 75 degrees warm. But it's been kind of a bad summer, so the bees haven't been as productive. But we hope to get, how many jars do you think we get, Nick? 50? 100?
Oh, go for 100. But we'll see, it's early days.
Yeah, early days.
Open these up and we'll find out soon enough. But if we keep pulling out frames like that one there, you can see that's capped up.
Yeah, let me
nicely.
pull this up. I'll show the good people of the internet how this works. All right. So what they do is they fill up all these little hexagonal nests with honey, right? And then they come and they put wax on top to seal it inside. And the reason they do that is so that they can eat all winter long. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all these inside, we're going to cut off the top and spin them so that the honey flies out, and then we'll bring them back to the bees so they can fill them up again for the winter.
The main reason they cap it is one of the main reasons is to stop water getting in. Honey's, when it comes out of the flower, it's about 80% water. The bees stand on this comb, fan it, and to lower the water level down to about 16%. So that's why bacteria and things cannot grow on honey, because it just sucks the water out of them. It's so thirsty for water, it just kills any bacteria or mold. Right.
And it's incredibly sterile. The honey lasts forever, doesn't it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think they found honey in the tombs of these Egyptian tombs.
Correct. 3,300 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, good as the day it was jarred.
There's a cool thing that happens when the bees come back and they want to tell the other bees where to go. They do this thing called a waggle dance. And I'm going to get the details of this wrong. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but the idea is right. So what happens is the bees come back and they jump on here, and then they start making circles. So I think they go clockwise, and depending on the number of spins clockwise is like how many feet away it is. And then they spin counterclockwise, or anti-clockwise as they say here in New Zealand. And the more they spin anti-clockwise, that is the degrees of rotation from the sun, and every rotation is like 15 degrees.
Yeah,
something like that.
Trigonometry, it's all related to the angle from the sun.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is, of course, if a bee goes out getting food, say he might be away for 10-15 minutes, then the angle of the sun's changed.
Right.
While he's out, but they calculate it on the run.
Amazing.
So he can find his way home again, or she can find her way home again. So they can't quite figure out how they do it, but they do it. Unbelievable little mathematicians.
The first step is to prepare it so that the honey will fly out of there. So if you get close here, you can see that there's honey, all these little hexagonal nests, and this has been capped with wax. Okay, so we have to get off this wax cap so that the honey can fly free. All right. So this is a little thing that Nick built, genius Nick, this whole situation. The first year we did it, we had this hot knife to cut off the caps, but now we have this heat gun. So get in close here and show how cool this is. So what this does is this, get it really, really close. I mean, don't burn my iPhone close, pretty close. Yeah, it just melts those caps away. How sweet is that? Awesome. And then put it down here in the heat gun holster. Then we have this thing that's like some sort of...
It's a pricker.
Yeah, it's a BDS&M device that he pulled off his back wall, I'm sure. You just go down there and you pop these little things. You get all the little caps off. And also inside it's really viscous, quite thick. So this makes it a little bit, you know, more liquidy and it'll fly out of there better.
They call it a loosener.
A loosener.
It loosens the honey in its cells.
My best year was 3 years ago. I got about 100 jars. But I think this year might do better, thanks to Nick's help.
We'll see.
Nick, plug your business again. What's it called?
Tiny Fury Honey.
Tiny Fury. And next year you're opening something called the Buzz Stop here in Queenstown. It'll be amazing. Take this out here. This is our spinner, the heater that we use to heat up to what, 35 Celsius?
Yeah, roundabout.
Yeah.
Just to keep it
Here,
nice and
aim
warm.
it down in here so people can see.
Sorry, buddy.
So this has room for 4 frames. And what happens is it spins really fast with the crank, and then the honey sticks to the wall, and then it comes out the bottom.
And now we have
Okay, here we go. Now it's time to spin.
spinning time.
Spin it up. It's heavy. So next year, we're excited. Well, Nick was more excited. He's doing this thing called the Buzz Stop, and he's getting an electric one of these. So you don't have to crank anymore like I'm in the 1900s. And I feel like I feel like an Amish. I feel like Hans Most right now. I think this is what my travel agent does. I'm an Amish travel agent. I think this, he churns the butter, makes the honey.
It's
also how he runs the internet at home. He has to hand crank the internet.
It's the best for raw honey. Hand crank it. It's just old school.
It is old school. It'll be exciting.
If we open that, get a wee peek inside.
Yeah, so this one's empty of
You can see all those cells had honey. Now they don't.
Now we flip it around the other side. I tell you, this is kind of hard work too. The first time Nick and I did this, we didn't have this wooden thing on the bottom. He added that very smartly, and this thing was flying all over this place. It was like, I don't know what to compare it to, but it felt like we were in a river going over Niagara Falls in a barrel. Reckon that's about good, Nick?
Yeah, very good. Yeah. It's going a wee bit quick.
See how
slow down.
See, it's uneven. Because we have one really heavy frame in there, and it causes all kinds of weird
Centrifugal force.
Newtonian disasters.
All right, my man.
Right, that's cool. Can I open the tap and show people?
Please. Do you want to hold that?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, here we go.
Let's watch it flow.
Here we go, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait.
Ooh, a little much.
The bucket might be full.
Whoa.
Man, that's like...
Have you ever unscrewed this too much and it fell in the honey?
Yes.
That happened to me too.
many times.
Yeah, you think we learned by now. All right, we got a whole bucket full. We got to re-bucket.
Oh, there's still... If we have a look underneath... Now, fill it up once more.
A little bit more?
Yeah,
Okay.
might have to unscrew that too.
Look at all that.
Oh,
Look at that. And we got a lot more to go.
sweet Jane.
We got a lot more to go.
Whoa.
Easy tiger. Okay. Look at that. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching. Come over. I'll give you some honey. I got lots.